Assalamualaikum. Very good morning to all East West International College student and UIATM student. Our topic today, topic 3 on law of contract. Law of contract. Subtopic, we are focusing on misrepresentation. So, learning objective, explain, okay, understand what is misrep and remedies. Straightforward lah. What is misrepresentation? A representation is statement made at the time of contract being made and can be incorporated into the contract. So when you to make into a contract, when you sign a contract, we have discussed, I want to sell you this car. You want to buy this car, at what price, at what color, when, time, all these things. So that discussion or that things that you discuss, we call it representation lah. Barang you nak jual, you bincang. So if the representation is falsely made, however, it can be a misrepresentation and can cause the contract to be voidable. Voidable contract, I mean contract cannot be implemented. Batal lah. Sedang, but in law we don't call it batal, we call it voidable lah. We don't use the word cancel. So in law we call it voidable. Is equivalent to mean cancel contract, batal, cancel. So there's a legal definition. Misrepresentation is statement of material fact made by one party to a contract to another party. The contract during negotiation leading to the formation of the contract, which is intended to operate and did operate as a inducement to another party to enter into a contract, by which was not intended to be a binding obligation under the contract, and which was untrue or incorrectly stated. This you learn law, you read this one, you got headache already. First time I learn law, when the teacher teach me all these things, I thought what all this Greek word that I don't understand that they teach. So I go back and sleep overnight. I thought whether I want to continue to learn law or not, because the words are very difficult to understand. So if you don't understand the word, how are you going to learn? But I said no, I'm interested to learn the law because I'm doing business. So we deal with law every day, and without knowing law, it's like the blind people walking around. At least you know the law, at least you got a stick. Even you're blind, you got a stick to help you to walk around. That's how difficult law is all about. As I mentioned earlier, so my classmate complained the law difficult. The lecturer said, okay, you can stop learning law, go to the next class, go and learn marketing, IT, easier. That's how easy. So here, I have to make it simple for you because you're not learning a law subject. I mean, you're not taking law degree lah. You're just learning basic law subject for your examination and for your own use, as I mentioned in the earlier lecture. So here is very simple. You want to sign a contract with a party. Let's say now you want to buy a car from your friend. Second-hand car lah, your friend. Or actually you want to sell a car to your friend lah. You want to buy a new car, now you're selling your old car. So you tell to your friend, this car, everything now that's what you see, but this car, 1 liter of petrol can travel 60 kilometers. Wow, your friend said it's good mileage lah, this car. Normally that car, let's say you want to sell Proton, can travel only 1 liter 50 kilometers. But here you said this is 60 kilometer. How to know whether 60 kilometer unless you buy early, right? So you agree to buy the car. Maybe they don't allow you to test the car. If they allow to test the car, easier you can test whether you can achieve 60 kilometer or not. They say you buy the car, I guarantee you, it can travel 1 liter 60 kilometer. The rest you can see lah, white car, blue car, everything you can see. But here they said, no, you buy, I guarantee you. Or then because of this, you said, oh, this is good buy. Because the other car I buy, they said can only 1 liter can only travel for 50 kilometer. So you agree to buy, sign a contract. So after you buy the car, now you travel with the car, this does not achieve 1 liter for 60 kilometer. Maybe now less than that lah, whatever, 50 or whatever. So now the major material contract, because you want to buy because the car was economical, 1 liter can go 60 kilometer. Now the car is not traveling to 1 liter with 60 kilometer. So here we can call it your friend who sell you the car misrepresent you. Because he promised you, promise means it's a contract lah. The car can travel 1 liter to 60 kilometer. So because of this situation, the contract you sign with your friend is is voidable. That means you can voidable contract. What happened? You can give back the car. They have to give back you the money. That is according to the law. Simple as that. But there are many other situations. But that is very simple lah. That means it's voidable contract. You can give back you the car, then they have to give back you the money. But there are many other situations also. You learn later on. But if you learn law, there are many situations. But this simple lah. That's in the case of misrepresentation, like you like buying your car, what happened? You can send back the car to your friend and take the money. What about you refuse to pay the money? Then you can go to the court, get the court order, ask them to return back the money. Failing with, then your friend can go to jail lah, because the court order, there's a law there, whatever thing. Yeah. Types is okay. Types of misrepresentation, there are many types. One is fraudulent. Second is innocent. Three is negligent. I can say that the example we just now is like negligent representation, misrepresentation. Sorry, negligent misrepresentation. Maybe the person want to sell you, so he didn't really want to cheat you, but maybe he thought his car can travel 1 liter 60 kilometer. So in that case, it's negligent lah. But still, the contract is voidable. Batal lah. Yeah. Okay, fraudulent. Example like fraudulent now. The damages will then be awarded according to thought of deceit and unavailable under Section 2 Act. All this you no need to worry lah, because it's only law we learn. The equitable remedy decision also available. The defendant responsible for all the losses, including any consequential loss, providing causal link between fraudulent misrepresentation and claimant loss. So if the misrepresentation is fraudulent, really he cheat you. Yeah. Just now I said that case just now I give you is like negligent. But there's really people fraud you. There are many cases lah, fraud case. Yeah. They said okay. I give another example lah. Fraud one. They just tipu lah. They say they buy this land. They say this land now. I sell you this land, 1 acre land. Is industrial land. 1 acre land, I sell you 1 million. So you said, well, it's good. 1 million. Let's say I want to sell you a piece of land, 1 acre land at 1 million, because this land is industrial land, let's say. So you say, okay, you agree with me to buy? the land at 1 million. But after you bought the land, you check with the land office, the land is not industrial, but agricultural land, which is value less than 1 million, maybe 500,000. This consider misrepresentation. I'm sorry, this is considered fraudulent. I cheat you because the land in use is not industry, is agriculture. But I tell you, I told you, is in industrial land. This can be fraudulent misrepresentation. There's a can so you can the court can avert you damages. It can ask you to them to pay you back the money, all kind of thing. Yeah. Another they call it equitable remedy. The court can say, okay, now Datuk Murad, you sell this land at 1 million. You said is industry, but so this guy, your friend, buy it because it's industry, but now it's not industry. You have to look another one piece of land, 1 acre industry to give to this guy because he need industrial land. He don't need agricultural land. That one can be also happen. We call it equitable remedy of the rescission available. Or otherwise, you don't bother. Said never mind. Judge, give back my money. I give back the land. Also can. So also can. Because why just now you ask the judge to give you another piece of land to give the order to you because you need the industrial land. So I have to look for another piece of industrial land to replace the land which I sell you, agriculture. This, for example, innocent misrepresentation. Any misrepresentation not made fraudulently, just now fraud, was historically classed as an innocent misrepresentation regardless of how it was made. Misrepresentation that can be claimed to be made innocently are those where a party makes statement with honest belief it is true. For example, what example of innocent? Where a party merely repeats inaccurate information, the truth of which they are unaware. The main remedy of innocent misrepresentation, equitable remedy of rescission, is to avoid the contact has never happened. The measures are also available. This one I can say just now, innocent or negligent, almost the same lah. If I give example, just now negligent, innocent is the same, almost the same lah. Because just now also the car situation, he may be innocent also that the car can travel 60 kilometer because he thought maybe it can be. So same thing like negligent. So party making statement must be possession of particular type of knowledge of which advice is correct. There must be sufficient proximity between two parties that is reasonable to rely on the statement. The party to whom the statement is made does not rely on statement, and party making statement are aware that they are lying. So same thing, similar, similar. Innocent, negligent, almost similar. So what can happen? If that happen, you can apply. You can ask for damages. Let's say just now for a car lah. For a car, we think about the car. Say now I sell you the Proton or whatever, 100,000 ringgit. Now because the Proton does not travel 60 kilometer, you can just now I said you can return the car and take the money, or you can ask for damages. Says now I still need the car, but the car cannot travel to 1 liter with 60 kilometer, so you have to pay me damages. For example, now what is damages? From 100,000, this car I now buy from you only 80,000. So you can ask them to give you back 20,000, but you still keep the car. One way to return, take the money. The other one, ask for damages. So how in the case of misrepresentation, you need to solve because you still need the car. You still need the car. Or for example, just now, the land. It can be also innocent, fraudulent misrepresentation, but also you say, okay, the damages, you say, you give me this price at 1 million. Still now it's agriculture land. I still can take this land to do for agriculture, but the price is 500,000. So you can get back 500,000 from the buyer. So this is, we call it in the contract, there are two ways. One, you can return back. The other one, you can apply for damages. Okay, these are remedies. Damages, a reward of money or compensation for the misrepresentation and so forth. The amount needed to put right the defect plus an amount for inconvenience. Sama lah tadi. I give you example kan. in case the land, you give back me 500,000 because of the, and also the inconvenience that you have caused to buy them. You should use the money to buy other land already. But, and also you can rescind, rescind, batal kan. Is where the party return the original position, handing back the other anything that was exchanged through, now void the contract. So when you exchange, that means because of the contract void, batal, so you send the goods, they have to send you the money. That's one way. The other way, just now, damages. You keep the goods, but ask them to return some part of the loss of the value of the land, for example. So remedies for misrepresentation got two ways. Remember, two ways. One, ask for damages. The other one, rescind, batal, you take. You send back what they sell you, they give you 100% whatever the money you have paid. So two ways. Simple as that, no? But you must understand. Yeah? So damages again lah. And what for damages, mostly common remedy is money. Immersion is money lah. Although rescission is effective, releasing the parties from their obligation under the contract, there are often circumstances in which damage cause goes beyond the contract in question. In this case, damages are ineffective. It is an effective remedy. The measure of damages differ from the types of misrepresentation. Therefore, each will be considered in turn. For example, then the car situation different and the land situation different. If you buy perishable goods, you buy, let's say, these fruits, one lorry tons of fruits. One lorry durian. So these are perishable goods. Correct or not? So after they arrive to you, this is not the durian that you want. So you cannot sell. You cannot return anyway. By the time you want to return, the durian also is busuk already. Cannot be used already. So you can ask for compensation in money time. So depend on the situation of the product that you buy and sell. Yeah. Rescission, when the contract has been induced, as I said, rescission is to batal. Batal is straightforward. You give them the goods, they pay back you the money. Simple as that. Yeah. Rescission is to put the contract aside and return the parties to the original position, as though there's no contract from the beginning. You never buy, they never sell. This is the rescission punya situation. Where misrepresentation occurs, the contract is voidable, so this I already explained. The plaintiff have to send back the money, then you get back your money. Send the goods and get back the money. So that's the subject on misrepresentation. The summary is all down there. So it's a difficult subject. Our lecturer will give you more example. Maybe explain a little bit more easier for you to understand lah for this subject. It's a difficult subject, so you need to go slowly, and the lecturer will give you more example, so that easier for you to understand. I give you already the basic example, but she will add more example, so that easier for you to see the picture. Okay, same time in the LMS we'll give you these slides. My lecture, notes will be put down there, books down there, and then we also will get another YouTube on the subject misrepresentation, 5 or 10 minutes, that you also can listen. So if you only depend on this lecture and the class, it's difficult for you to understand the subject. So read the notes, everything we have give you. You want better knowledge, read the books that we provide with you. You want better information, you go to the YouTube, you go to the Google, you can get better understanding. So this is how you're going to learn. We teach, but your learning process is not enough to listen to our lecture only. You must use the other material that we give to you, and those we have through the internet, for you to understand the subject in case you're not very clear. That's how the learning process, your process. You have two parts. We are teaching, you are learning. So we teach, you must learn. If we teach, you don't learn, then we fail. You fail, we fail. Okay? So take note on that. How to learn. Learning process on your side. We will give you teaching everything, and still you don't understand, you can ask us, we will teach you, no problem. Not to share to us. Okay? So thank you very much. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.